Rest as if your mind depends on it. For in sleep we prepare for life's battles. In the spirit of Marcus Aurelius. Imagine a world where your mind is unfettered by the haze of exhaustion. A realm where each morning you awaken, not just rested, but empowered, limitless. This isn't the stuff of fantasy. It's the transformative reality of optimizing your sleep. We live in a relentless, fast-paced world where the currency of success is often tallied in how little we rest. But what if I told you that the secret weapon to boundless energy and focus is the very thing we've been neglecting? In the embrace of true restorative sleep, our potential is not just replenished, it's amplified. I challenge you to journey with me through this video, and by the end, I promise, you will not just consider the act of sleeping differently. You will wake up to a new horizon of possibilities. Will you take the first step toward your limitless self? Watch on and transform tonight. Lesson 1. The Stoic Discipline of Sleep. Marcus Aurelius, a proponent of self-discipline and moderation, once mused on the nature of rest, emphasizing its role not as a mere indulgence but as a foundational aspect of a balanced life. Sleep, from a Stoic perspective, is a natural state essential for the restoration of the body and mind. In the present day, the discipline of sleep has been echoed by sleep scientists who advocate for regular sleep schedules to align with our circadian rhythms, thereby optimizing our natural potential for restorative sleep. By creating and adhering to a consistent sleep routine, we not only honor the Stoic value of order but also tap into the myriad benefits that structured sleep provides. Modern sleep studies have shed light on the importance of regularity, showing that a consistent sleep-wake cycle can enhance mental clarity, mood stability, and overall health. The discipline required to maintain such a schedule is not about restriction, but about creating freedom from fatigue and disarray. To incorporate this lesson into daily life, one might establish a nightly routine that signals to the body that it is time to wind down, perhaps by reading, meditating, or engaging in light stretching. The goal is to ease the transition from wakefulness to sleep, much like the Stoics would transition from their daily duties to a state of reflection and rest. However, we must be cautious not to become slaves to our routines. The Stoic discipline of sleep is meant to serve us, not to become an additional source of stress. Becoming overly rigid with sleep can lead to anxiety, which is counterproductive to the aim of restfulness. Thus, while we strive for consistency, we must also practice the Stoic principle of flexibility and adaptability when circumstances disrupt our ideal sleeping patterns. Lesson 2. The role of sleep in rational thought. Epictetus, a philosopher famed for his logic and emphasis on the power of the mind, implored his students to exercise reason in all things. In modern terms, the ability to think rationally is heavily dependent on the brain's health, which is significantly nourished by sleep. Deep restorative sleep is where the mind consolidates memories, processes information, and rejuvenates its cognitive functions. Sleep, therefore, is not a passive state but an active one, where the mind sorts the day's learning and experiences into coherent knowledge and wisdom. REM sleep, the phase most associated with dreaming, has been linked to problem-solving and creativity. During this stage, the brain works through complex emotional and intellectual puzzles, often leading to insights and resolutions upon waking. This is the science behind the wisdom of sleeping on a problem, a practice that aligns with the Stoic approach of stepping back, allowing the rational mind to work through issues without the interference of emotional turbulence. To harness sleep's full cognitive benefits, one might engage in pre-sleep rituals that promote calm and readiness for rest, such as journaling or meditative practices. These activities can clear the mind of the day's clutter, reduce stress, and set the stage for a night of high-quality sleep that supports an optimal state of mental clarity and preparedness for the following day's challenges. However, it's vital not to become overly reliant on sleep as a panacea for all cognitive challenges. While optimizing sleep is crucial, It is equally important to engage in active problem-solving and decision-making during waking hours. Falling into the trap of procrastination under the guise of letting sleep handle it can undermine the development of robust conscious reasoning skills. Lesson 3. Sleep and the Conquest of Fear. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively on the nature of fear and the importance of facing it with a stoic resolve. Nighttime, traditionally, a period associated with fear due to its darkness and stillness, can symbolize the unknown aspects of our lives that we must confront. Sleep itself can be seen as a rehearsal for courage, a time when the psyche processes the day's fears and anxieties through dreams and subconscious thought. This nightly journey allows us to wake feeling renewed and often with a fresh perspective on the issues that once seemed daunting. Psychologically, sleep is when emotional regulation and processing take place. The mind uses this time to work through the emotional events of the day, often mitigating the sharp edges of fears and anxieties. This is why a lack of sleep is frequently associated with heightened anxiety and stress. Without adequate rest, the mind is robbed of its natural process of emotional digestion and recovery. To enhance the quality of sleep and its role in conquering fear, incorporating relaxation techniques such as progressive muscle relaxation, guided imagery, or deep breathing exercises before bedtime can be beneficial. These methods not only facilitate the transition into sleep, but also signal the body and mind to release the tensions of the day, paving the way for a restorative night that arms us against tomorrow's fears. It is important, though, to not use sleep as an escape from reality. While sleep can help process and alleviate fears, it should not replace direct action and confrontation of one's worries during waking hours. Balance is key, and while we can lean on the restorative powers of sleep, we must also face our fears head-on when awake to truly overcome them. Lesson 4. Building resilience through rest. The Stoic virtue of resilience is not just about enduring hardships, but also about recovering and growing from them. Sleep is a biological foundation for resilience, offering the body a time to repair and the mind a chance to rejuvenate. Deep sleep stages, particularly slow-wave sleep, are crucial for physical recovery. The body releases growth hormone during these stages, which is essential for muscle repair, bone building, and overall physical health. For the Stoics, this would align with the principle of caring for the body as the vessel of the mind and spirit. Athletes have long understood the connection between sleep and performance, but this connection extends beyond the physical. Mental and emotional resilience are also fortified by rest. Adequate sleep can enhance one's ability to cope with stress and adapt to change, hallmarks of a resilient individual. By prioritizing sleep, we're not just resting, we're actively building our capacity to withstand and bounce back from life's challenges. One way to ensure that sleep becomes a pillar of resilience is to create a sleep-conducive environment. This includes a comfortable, dark, and quiet bedroom, a pre-sleep routine that may include stretching or reading, and a commitment to a consistent sleep schedule. By treating sleep with the same discipline as one would treat physical training, we allow our natural resilience to flourish. However, there's a common misconception that one can train oneself to need less sleep, echoing the flawed adage, "I'll sleep when I'm dead." This approach can lead to a false sense of resilience and is ultimately unsustainable. It's important to heed the body's signals for rest and not to glorify the idea of thriving on minimal sleep. True resilience is not about how long one can go without sleep, but about recognizing and honoring the role of rest in our overall well-being. Lesson 5. Sleep as a pathway to virtue. Stoicism teaches that virtue is the highest good, and sleep, much like any other aspect of life, can be a pathway to virtue. Practicing good sleep hygiene is an exercise in self-control and temperance, traits highly regarded by Stoic philosophers like Seneca. By resisting the temptation to indulge in late-night activities and choosing instead to retire at a reasonable hour, we honor our body's need for rest and demonstrate respect for its natural rhythms, embodying the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature. To integrate this virtue-centric approach to sleep, one can begin by establishing a clear intention for sleep that aligns with personal values, such as health, well-being, and self-improvement. This intentional approach transforms the act of sleeping from a mere necessity to an integral part of one's ethical life practice. However, one must take care not to become overzealous in the pursuit of sleep as a moral imperative. While it is a pathway to virtue, sleep should not become an obsession or a source of pride. The Stoic aim is balance, and sleep, like anything else, should be in harmony with a life well lived, not the sole focus of it. Lesson 6. The social aspect of sleep. The Stoics placed great importance on social roles in the community. Sleep, although a personal endeavor, has significant social implications. Adequate rest can lead to more positive interactions, a greater capacity for empathy, and an enhanced ability to fulfill one's social roles effectively. By optimizing sleep, we are not only caring for ourselves but also preparing ourselves to be present and supportive in our social circles. Social engagement and sleep influence each other in a bidirectional manner. Positive social interactions can improve sleep quality, just as adequate sleep can improve one's social interactions. The cheerfulness and patience often associated with a well-rested individual can make for more meaningful connections and a more pleasant social environment for everyone involved. To optimize the social benefits of sleep, consider discussing sleep habits with friends and family, promoting a culture of healthy sleep within your community. Encouraging and supporting others in their pursuit of better sleep can lead to a collective uplift in well-being and social harmony. Yet one must be wary of letting the pursuit of perfect sleep interfere with social obligations and opportunities. Skipping every late-night gathering to adhere to a sleep schedule may lead to missed experiences and a sense of isolation. As in all things, the Stoic ideal is moderation and the wise discernment of when to be flexible with routines. As we draw the curtains on our introspective journey through the restorative realms of sleep, we extend a heartfelt note of gratitude to you, our audience, for your attentive engagement. Together, we've traversed the landscape of nocturnal repose, discovering how the discipline of optimizing sleep can unshackle vast reservoirs of potential within us. We've learned that sleep is not a passive state, but an active sanctuary where the mind sharpens, the body heals, and the spirit renews. In the spirit of Stoicism, we've seen how sleep can be both a reflection of our virtues and a foundation for living a balanced life. We've explored the intricate dance between our slumber and our social world, recognizing that our quest for restful nights is interwoven with the fabric of our daily interactions. May the lessons imparted here illuminate your path to a limitless existence as you embrace the night's embrace with wisdom and moderation. For in the quietude of the night, we find the strength to rise with the dawn, poised to meet the day with vigor and vitality. Thank you for joining us on this odyssey of nocturnal enlightenment. Sleep well, live fully, and may each waking moment be as enriching as the dreams that dance in the silent symphony of the stars.